very important points in the coordination compounds or complex compounds, and in order to learn and understand, we have to go through some very basic points. The points are very much important. Here I have drawn a sketch of the formulas. I have written the formulas, two formulas, and here I have mentioned each and every point. So here the first point is central metal atom. Central metal atom. So here copper is central metal atom. Here this is iron. Now the second is this is ligand. NH3 is ligand 2 number. 3 coordination sphere. Coordination sphere. This area is coordination sphere. Number 4 coordination number. Coordination number, it is equal to secondary valency. Then number 5 charge on complex ion. This complex in the square bracket it has charge, so it is 2 plus. Here it is 2 minus. So 2 minus is charge on counter ion. So counter ion just opposite to coordination sphere. Now see, it is here 1, it is counter anion. Here it is counter cation. Here there is the coordination sphere. Now here in this case coordination sphere has 2 plus charge, and here it has here it has 4 minus charge. So this is the brief description about the points. Now I am going to explain first point. Now central metal atom. Central metal atom or central metal ion. So it is as name indicates, central metal atom or ion. It is a metal species either in atomic form or in ionic form, and it is present inside the coordination sphere. Central metal atom or central metal ion is present in the coordination sphere. This square bracket is coordination sphere. So central metal atom is an ion or atom present inside coordination sphere. This is a definition of central metal atom, just metal atom or ion. Now then coming to second, ligand. Ligand is very much important point. Ligand. So as you know, ligand is species. Ligand is species, or ligand is a species capable of providing electron pair to central metal atom. Species capable of donating an electron pair to central metal atom. This is the definition. Ligand is species capable of donating an electron pair to central metal atom. Now the ligands are of different types. Ligands are classified in 2 ways. Ligands are classified in 2 ways. First is depending on charge. Depending on charge, ligands are classified. So ligands are classified as neutral, negative, and positive. Ligands are classified in two ways. First, depending on charge, neutral ligand, then negative ligand and positive ligand. This is the one. Now coming to neutral ligand, as name indicates, neutral means no charge. They are the ligands having no charge, and they are small molecules. They are small molecules. So first they have no charge. The small molecules like H2O. Now H2O, it is called as aqua. H2O is not called water. It is in IUPAC name. H2O is called as aqua. H2O is called as aqua. Then NH3. NH3. This is called amine. Then CO. It is not carbon monoxide. It is called as carbonyl. So this is about the neutral ligands. Now coming to negative ligands. So negative ligands are those have negative charge. So all the anions are negative ligands. Now coming to positive ligands. So positive ligands, they have positive charge. They have positive charge, like NO2 plus nitronium ion, NO2 plus nitronium ion. Then this NH2, NH3, hydrogenium ion. This NH2 plus NH3. This is called hydrogenium ion. So this is one classification based on the charge. Second classification is depending on binding capacity. Means from how many sides or from how many sides a ligand can attach. How many sides ligand can attach. And this is called denticity. This is called denticity. So denticity is ability. Denticity is ability of a ligand to attach by a specific number of sides. From how many sides, from how many positions a ligand can attach to central metal atom. This is called as denticity. Denticity means from how many sides or from how many places a particular ligand can attach itself to the central metal atom. Next is monodentate ligand. Mono means one. So when denticity is 1 or when the only one binding site is present, only one binding site. Site means place. Whenever only one binding site is present in a ligand, it is called as monodentate ligand. So it is irrespective of the charges, whether charge is positive or negative or no charge. But point is the binding site. So monodentate ligand have only one binding site. See this Cl minus, it is not called chloride, it is called as chlorido. It is called as chlorido. But here this Br is called as bromide. It is not called as bromido. Then I, it is iodo. They are monodentate. Similarly, NH3, amine, CO, carbonyl. So they are monodentate ligands. Now coming to didentate, didentate or bidentate, didentate or bidentate. So didentate or bidentate means having two bonding sides. Having two bonding sides. Two bonding sides are called as didentate. So ligands having two bonding sides are called as didentate or bidentate ligands. Now see, in the didentate or bidentate ligands, there are two bonding sides. Two bonding sides possible then, like this C2O4, C2O4 oxalato. Oxalato. This is not called as oxalate. It is called as oxalato. In case of coordinate compounds, the name of the negative ions ends with O, like chlorido, bromo, iodo, sulfato, acetato, oxalato. So name ends with O. The suffix is O. So this oxalato, CO4. Now see how CO4, this C and this oxygen. So here and so this is oxalato. This is oxalato. So this is called as bidentate or didentate ligand. Now coming to another example, this CS2, NS2. This also. Here it has two bonding sides, NS2, CS2, CS2, NS2. This is ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine. It is neutral ligand. It has not any charge. It is neutral ligand. It is neutral ligand. So it is the didentate ligand. Now coming to monodentate, didentate. Now other is ambident. Ambident ligand. Ambident ligand or ambidentate. Ambidentate ligand. So ambidentate ligands, they are a special kind of monodentate ligands. Ambidentate ligands, they are a special kind of monodentate ligands having only one bonding site, but there is the alternate in the position. There is bonding site, only one active at one time. Actually, they have two bonding locations, but only one is active. So, ambident ligand may be defined as a ligand having one active bonding site at one time. Two are present, but only one is active. Like CN, here nitrogen is there. It is cyano, and here NC, isocyane or isocyanate. So these are complementary to each other. Then NO2 and ONO. This is here nitrogen is bonding site. It provides the electron pair. So this is nitrito. This is called nitrito. Nitrito. Here ONO. This is called O-nitrito. O-nitrito. So this is about the ambident ligand. Now coming to next category, it is polydentate ligands. Polydentate ligands. Polydentate means, poly means many. So whenever the bonding site is more than two, when the bonding site is more than two bonding site, then it is said to be polydentate. When more than two bonding sites are present, then it is called as polydentate. Like see EDTA ion. EDTA ion is polydentate ligand. See how it is, how it is here. Now see here, this is one bonding site, this is acetate group, this is other. Here there is the nitrogen. It is also bonding site. Nitrogen has lone pair of electron. So here this is. So the number of bonding sites are see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it has 6 bonding sites. So it is hexadentate. It is called as hexadentate ligand. Hexadentate ligand. 6 bonding sites. 1, 2, nitrogen 3, this nitrogen 4, this 5 and this 6. Ethylene diamine. It is called as ethylene diamine tetra acetate ion. So this is ethylene diamine tetraacetate ion. Next is coordination sphere. So coordination sphere may be defined as a square bracket containing central metal atom or atoms and ligand or ligand. So coordination sphere enclosed in a square bracket having central metal atom or ion along with ligand or ligand. So this is simple. This square bracket as this is 3. So this is coordination sphere. The square bracket having central metal atom and ligands or one. Here I have drawn this mononuclear species. Mononuclear means when there is only one central atom, then it is called as mononuclear. When the 2 central metal atoms are present, then it is called as binuclear or dinuclear. So here there is one ligand, so ligand can be more also. There can be more ligand also, which we will see next. Now next point is the coordination number. So coordination number is, coordination number is number of ligands surrounding the central metal atom or ion. Number of ligands surrounding the central metal atom or ion. So it is equal to what? It is equal to secondary valency. It is equal to secondary valency of metal ion or metal atom. So this is coordination number. Now then, coming to charge on complex ion. So charge on complex ion, charge on complex ion. This is charge on complex ion. So this charge carried by the complex ion. So the point is how charge is determined. Now I am going to explain about the determination of charge. Determination of charge rather. So there is very simple formula. Formula is, see, charge on central metal atom, plus charge on ligands into number of ligands or ligands. This is in bracket, and it is equal to charge on complex. Again I am repeating how we can determine charge on single metal atom plus charge on ligands multiplied by number of ligands, means how many ligands are present, is equal to charge on complex. Now see here in this case, so here I am taking 2 plus. So let from the equation from the algebra, so if you want to determine the charge of copper, so let it be copper x. We assume copper has, we don't know the charge of copper. You know, I mean in neutral ligand it has no charge. So x plus 0. Here it is 4. So 4. Now in square bracket, and here it is 2 plus. So here it is 2 plus. So what we can say, or x is equal to 2 plus. X is equal to 2 plus. This way we can determine the charge. If we know about this charge, then we can find about this, and also in the same manner we can determine in both the way. Now next is the charge on counter ion. Ion can be anion, ion can be cation. So here if the charge is 2 plus, so here the counter anion, so 2 plus and 2 minus, they are going to satisfy each other. As a result, see this compound as a whole, you know, molecules are always neutral. Any molecule is always neutral. So 2 plus 2 minus, they neutralize each other. So coordinate compounds are also neutral in nature, as like ionic compounds. Coordinate compounds are totally different from the ionic compounds. Now next I am going to tell very important part. So we have so far discussed 6 points. Now I am going to discuss 7 points, and it is called as basically chelate. Chelate. We don't call chelate. It is called as chelate. So chelate is nothing but a complexing ligand. Complexing ligand which forms a ring. So it is a complexing ligand forms a ring around central metal atom. So there is a ring, there is formation of ring. So but there is a condition, there is a prime condition, and condition is that ligand must be didentate at least. At least it should be didentate. There must be 2 bonding sites, or it should form a ring only when it has capacity. Now see, here just I have written N for any metal atom. So here if there is, you want to make a ring, so how? We have to write down the symbol of a ligand. So oxalato is here written as OX. So here there is a circle. This circle is there. Other way, ethylene diamine. Ethylene diamine, it is written as En. So this is, the formation of ring. Ring is formed. So this is how we explain the different basic terms about the coordinate compounds.